Hello, ladies, and welcome to the Beauty Shaman. And this is part 3 in my 4-part series with the incomparable Deborah Atkinson. And Deborah Atkinson, if you haven't seen the other videos, is the author of You Still Got It Girl, the After 50 Fitness Formula book, and curator of the go-to website for all things health and fitness, Flipping 50, which has got to be the best title ever created for a website. I saw the title. I'm like, I have to meet this woman. I just love this title so much. Okay, so today in our part 4, we are going to talk about thighs, right? So, this is my hot topic, right? I'm always into thighs. So, yeah, what do we have to say about thighs today?
Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about a dirty word, all right? Cellulite.
Ah! no, please.
Right here.
No, it's good.
Waist and the knees, right?
Yeah.
Tends to be where it shows up. And that's because of all of the reproduction, hormones all are kind of within that region. And so it's where we've always stored fat and we've always carried that fat. It's not like cellulite is fat that wasn't there yesterday. It's just that we're seeing it more. So it has a lot to do with thinning skin. We're going to talk about that.
Oh,
So
interesting.
first of all, yeah, the biggest mistakes about targeting cellulite, number one, I think, are believing that it has to involve a torture chamber kind of apparatus. So we've all seen the infomercials, and I know some of the women who come to the Flipping 50 community swear by them, but I'm just not into pain. I don't know about you.
I am so not into pain. I like things to be nice and painless. Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so then understanding why you're seeing it, it is not that you are suddenly getting fatter. We are seeing more of a prevalence of that dimpled kind of skin and that dimpled kind of fat because we talked last time about, crepey skin in our arms, right? So that crepey skin is just a sign we've got a little less collagen. We're seeing more wrinkles, here and here, the telltale signs that, in our neck, our décolleté, we're seeing it same thing in our thighs. And we don't expect to see it there because that's not what we're looking at quite so heavily, quite so often. But we have over all of our muscles, it's like I threw a hairnet over the top of you. That little connective tissue is called fascia. It lays on the top of the muscle. So it's a layer there. But unfortunately, what happens is we get a layer of fat as well between the fascia and the top of our skin. So there's a layer there, and we have these vertical risers. It's almost like construction on a house. We have these vertical threads that hold our fascia to the skin, and they've gotten weakened. So they're getting pulled, and there's a weakness in the layer of skin. And that's why we're seeing all of these dimplings. It's like there's a pulling here, and then this pull is a little bit shorter. This one's a little longer because they've weathered a lot of storms, right? And so they're not uniform anymore. And our skin quality isn't quite as good as it was. So just flipping back, if you saw the last, did you catch that? Flipping back?
Yeah, I got that. That was clever. It's a little toss right in there for your website. Awesome.
So we talked about skin, right? And eating the rainbow, getting antioxidants in, eating good quality protein, and making sure you're taking in some collagen bone broth, or if you prefer powder to stir into your coffee. But collagen is important, as was the muscle strengthening amino acid type of protein. That'll help as well, the quality of your skin. But we got to do something about that fascia. And it's literally called ironing it out. So you've seen the fascia blasters, and I don't mean to throw any product under the bus by doing that, but rolling out your fascia and kind of digging in. It's like your worst nightmare of a masseuse who's going deep, deep tissue with their thumbs or their elbows or whatever it might be. It is painful. We need to do some of that. But here's the secret to getting there. It's about sequence of your exercises. They matter a ton. So if you're skipping your warm up, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice where cellulite is concerned, because that warm up gets the blood flow and the oxygen flowing to those areas. And we have a whole lot less blood flow and oxygen to the places where we're holding fat. So we need to get all we can in there first. And then you want to, if you're doing strength training and you're doing cardio in the same workout, and many of us do that because we're busy, and once we're sweating, it's like I'm doing a little cardio and I'm doing a little strength training. I get asked a lot, which one should come first? If you're targeting cellulite, I want you to do a warm up and then do strength training specifically around those areas where you're holding your cellulite. So girlfriends who have cellulite between their waist and their knees want to focus on doing squats or lunges or step ups or lying on the floor doing hip bridges with a ball, hamstring curls with a ball, so they can target that in any way they need to with as many exercises as you can, so that you're getting them from 360. And then you're going to follow your weight training exercise with some foam rolling, using a foam roller to roll out those exercises or those muscle growths, because that's where the fascia gets ironed out. We've strengthened the muscles, we've lengthened the muscles and used them. Now we're just going to tell the fascia, I want you to lay over the top of that and be quiet, right? No more dimples. Just want you to lay on top like you're supposed to. And then you're going to wrap your whole workout out with cardio that focuses on those muscle growths. So you're going to do a step aerobics, or you're going to go for a walk uphill, find some inclines. You're going to do some cycling. So you're going to get blood flow again right there. And it's going to be a little tougher than had you done cardio while you were fresh, but that's okay. You've got to be thinking, this is about continuing to get the blood flow to that space where I've got cellulite right now, where I'm not getting much blood flow because fat's there instead. And that really, if you can do that 2 to 3 times a week for 6 to 8 weeks, you'll see a huge change in that prevalence or the appearance of your cellulite.
You know, that's encouraging. I used to do these fitness classes where he made us roll all the time on those things. And I was like, I just didn't get it. I didn't get why we needed to do it. I actually put my rib out doing it at one point because I rolled up too high. And, you know, it was like, why am I doing this? So I haven't done it since. Interesting. And so now that you brought that up, I'm like, okay, maybe I just need to invest in a nice, you know, roller and use that after or not after, but, you know, kind of in the middle, like in that order that you just said. I just wrote down the order because I think that's great advice.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, if there are areas where you can get to them, you know, your own, use a rolling pin. And there's actually a tool called the stick, just like it's spelled just like it sounds, but you can actually roll through it. So if you're talking the back of your legs, you're going to need somebody to help you. If you're talking about cellulite on your arms, and a lot of women have that as well, you're going to need somebody to roll that for you. But the stick can be beneficial where sometimes, like rib cage, for instance, you were talking about, you know, where it's not easy to roll. I couldn't use a foam roller on my arm, but I could use a rolling pin or the stick and have somebody else do that on my arm. So rolling anywhere can be super beneficial. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even know there was such a thing as a stick. I mean, I definitely have a rolling pin, but I didn't know there was such a thing as a stick. So that's great.
Yeah.
So this is great. All right. So the basically we need to warm up, strength train, foam roller, then cardio. That's the series if we really want to target our cellulite on our thighs.
Exactly. And you know, and even if it's on your arms, you just reverse that. So you do strength training exercises specifically for the arms, even if it's a whole body day, and then do the cardio, do boxing or swimming or rowing machine to focus on your upper body instead.
Right. Wonderful. That's great. I mean, that feels very like I can do that. Like every time I talk to you, I walk away going, I can totally do that. Like you make it very understandable and easy to do. So thank you so much for targeting the thighs this week, Deborah.
You're welcome.
And thank you, ladies, for watching this number 3 in our 4-part series. Please be sure to watch the other ones, the ones before this and the one after this, to get all this great information. But most importantly, visit Deborah Atkinson at her website at flipping50.com. Thank you for watching.